to speak about how Islam tells us to stand with social justice, to stand for a good cause, to stand for a good cause. But who do we stand with? Does that mean we have to now go on protests? Do we have to do this? Do we have to do that? If you guys have watched Sheikh Abu Usama al-Dhahabi's lecture, he speaks about it amazingly. And I'd advise those brothers and sisters to listen to that lecture because it's more direct than this lecture. And he says, Abu Usama al-Dhahabi, he says that he doesn't believe that that voting, not voting, that marching and protesting brings about many benefits. And I'm of that same opinion. When you actually look at people who change government policy, it's not generally speaking done through protesting. It's done through things like lobbying. It's done through paying the government bribes, rishwa. That's how these things are done. It's not done through protesting on the street. Protesting has free mixing. Protesting starts out peaceful, and then after things get very, very ugly. So I would not say that people need to protest. There's other ways to change it. Write to your MPs, write to your government, write to your to your people that represent you in Parliament and things like this. But I wouldn't say to you now, go out and riot or go out and march and things like that. Also, should we as Muslims stand with people who live a quote-unquote alternative lifestyle, whatever that means, because it can mean different things to different people. I would say, Akhi al-Kareem, as Muslims, as a community, Allah says, وَاعْتَسِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold on to the rope of Allah together. So if we're going to be united against something, we need to stand as a Muslim community, and there's enough of us that we don't need to stand with people who have alternative lifestyles. That we have to stand with this person or this group or that group who live alternative lifestyles, and we have to, for the sake of something that might not affect us, we have to stand with people who that may go against some of our morals and our values. We don't have to sell our morals and our values. We can raise concerns for the things that we want to be changed without changing our values. We don't have to change our values to get things done. People respect you more when you keep true to your values than when you lie and say, and you stand with people who may have alternative lifestyles and say, okay, we're all brothers and sisters, or whatever you want to call it. We don't have to do that, okay? So that's my personal opinion, and it will be safer for the Muslims to deal with the problems within the Muslim community before we, do anything other than that.